Good evening, everyone. Type 1 in the chat if you can see and hear me clearly. Today we are going to be going over how Umar Johnson in the FDMG Academy owes $168,583.80. So, give me 1 second. Let me just skip this ad. Let's come over here. So, as of today, Umar Johnson at FDMG Academy owes $168,563.80. That's an extreme amount of money to owe. And the fact that he's that far behind in utilities and back taxes clearly shows you that he doesn't have the intentions on actually opening up this school. I'm going to give it about another minute to 2 minutes to allow everyone to come into the chat room. Or come into the stream. Please type one again if you can hear me. Everyone's typing one. That's good. All of my social media accounts are below if you want to follow me on my other social media platforms. If you want to support the content and you want to support the channel as well, my CashApp and PayPal is below. It's free to like the video. It's also free to subscribe to the channel. So even if you don't want to support financially, simply like this video and share this video. It's extremely important that we get this type of information out so that people can understand what's going on. Because this is probably going to be my last video that I do on Umar Johnson, because at this point, after I present this information to you today, there's absolutely no way in any capacity that you can support this school in any way. At this point, I don't even believe that Umar Johnson's incompetent or he's inept to open up the school. I believe he's absolutely 100% defrauding people and scamming people. And I'm going to prove that without a shadow of a doubt in this video today. So as we can see, Umar had a recent interview where he said several wrong things about reparations. Peace and love to the chat and to the host. Peace and love to you as well. Good evening, everyone. Hey, folks. Okay, so we're coming up on the 2-minute mark. Once we get to the 3-minute mark, we'll start the live stream and we'll start building from there. So give it a second, see what's going on. So, all right, everything's set up. Right. So in about another 20 seconds, we'll get the stream started, guys. Just allow more people to come in. It's a Friday night. Okay, and we are at the 3-minute mark. So, as I stated, as of today, Umar Johnson and the FDMG Academy, they have a delinquent tax and a utility bill to the tune of $168,563.80. Umar Johnson has had control over this building since February, and he has not paid any of the utilities yet. And as of today, he actually has back taxes. This is going to be my last video because I don't want to sit up here every day and keep rehashing what's so obvious. I did a detailed breakdown in my previous video as to how much it actually costs to operate a school like that. And what bothers me is that we have so many people in this community, so many people who claim to be intellectuals, and I'm going to call out names because I believe in holding people's feet to the fire. You have people like Sarnetta, Red Pill, Blue Pill, 19 Keys, Rizza Islam, all of these people who claim to love black people and love the condition, want to help the condition that black people are in. Yet they sit back and they watch this happen. And instead of them actually reaching out to Umar and posing these questions to him, everyone's quiet and no one wants to really speak about it. Umar Johnson was in Harlem about 3 months ago and was interviewed, I think, by the guy Herman Smalls. The information that I'm going to present to you tonight, these are the type of questions that should be posed to Umar Johnson. There's no way that he should be allowed to go on any platform and give any interviews without actually answering these questions. Because, see, this is extremely unprofessional. There's only two conclusions that you can arrive to at this point. Either one, Umar Johnson's incompetent and he doesn't know what the hell he's doing, or this is going to be his way of exiting without being held liable for misappropriating the people's funds. And I think it's a little bit of both. I believe that he doesn't know what the hell he's doing, and I also believe that he purchased those buildings knowing that he wasn't going to pay the taxes on these buildings, so that he can then say, hey, listen, family, I tried. Because there's just no way that this could be going on for this long, and we're 8 months later, 9 months later, and the man hasn't even paid his utility bills yet. And what he's doing is he's holding people hostage. You don't operate a school this way. You don't say, give me $750,000, give me $1 million to acquire the school, and then say, hey, we got a $168,000 tax bill, and if you don't give me the money, we're going to lose the school. Because then what's going to be next? If you don't give me another $1 million, we can't fix the school. So this is a way of him perpetuating this scam inevitably, right? Just allowing the scam to go on and on and on, because there's no accountability, there's no budget, there's no transparency, and this is just not the way you operate a business. Now, I want to give credit to where I got this information from, because I believe in being transparent. So let me flip over the screen real quick. As we can see, this right here, he used to go by the name of Pound Facts, and now he's changed his channel name to Make a Change. And he's been going into deep detail about the tax issues that Umar Johnson and the FDMG Academy is having, as well as the previous school that was at this location. And as I said before, this information is damning. And what I want you to do is, after you watch this video, go over and subscribe to this brother's channel, as well as Lynn and Honor. And I'm going to put his channel in the description, in the chat box. Give me 1 second, post that, paste. So that's his channel. Please go and subscribe and support his content, because he's been doing an amazing job of actually following us. The reason why I'm simply basically repeating the information that he's already touched on in his video is because I have a bigger platform than him, and I know that this video is going to get out there if I cover that. And this goes back to what I was saying about Sa-Netta, about Red Pill, about Blue Pill. Because see, Tariq Nasheed did the right thing. He distanced himself from Umar immediately when Umar started doing the stuff that he's doing. You cannot claim to love black people. You cannot claim to love black people and watch this go on, and you don't cover this, and you don't talk about this. But see, this goes back to our condition, and I'm going to say this now. We have men in this community who have donated thousands of dollars to Umar Johnson, and they're still out here caping for him and trying to justify the fact that here we are now, 4.5 years later since he's embarked on this particular mission. But based upon the information that Lyndon Honor has put out, it's been over 10 years. And getting an abandoned building isn't opening up a school, right? Because think about this. Right now, if you donated $10 to me, or $20 to me, or $100 to me, you're donating to me for the simple fact of you like my content. When you donate money to Umar Johnson, you are donating to a specific cause. You are donating for this man to open up a school. That donation that you are giving Umar Johnson is an investment. It's an investment. It's not an investment for him to travel the world. It's not an investment for him to go out and, go to Africa and go to Britain. You're giving him that money to open up a school, not to acquire a building. Anyone can go and buy an abandoned building. Anyone can do that. So now, this right here is a brother by the name of Q Butter. Q Butter right now, he's one of those, Hotep, back to Africa dudes. And you know how I feel about those people. Me and him have completely different ideologies when it comes to life. But what I will say, and this is extremely important, is I respect what the brother is doing, because he's actually out here doing what a man is supposed to do. If you give this man money, he actually went and started up a program where he's working with kids. See, a lot of you come on my videos and you say, well, what's the solution? What's the solution? This is the solution. Getting engaged in your community. Stop looking for some savior. Because even if Umar Johnson was successful in what he was doing, your kid would never have a chance to go to the FDMG Academy. See, what you should be doing, let me block this person real quick. What you should be doing is getting active in your community like Q Butter is doing, and getting 5 or 10 kids and getting resources and having an after school program or some type of a day school and actually giving back. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And again, as I said before, me and him are on the complete opposite ends of the spectrum. But see, what he's doing is the solution. This is what you should be doing. This is a brother who's taken money from the community and actually did something with it. And this is what hurts me and frustrates me, and which is why I go so hard about this, is because you have people like myself and Q Butter who we can take $100,000 and make it look like it's $1 million. Yet you got people like Umar Johnson who have received millions of dollars. And all he's produced was abandoned buildings. Promise after promise after promise after promise. And the man's produced nothing. Yet you have someone like Q Butter who is starting small and building something. See, that's what men do. Now, another reason why I'm covering this is recently Umar Johnson did an interview with Curtis Schoon. And see, I hold Curtis Schoon to a high regard. I follow him on Twitter. And the brother's an intelligent man. He's been through a lot of things. And Umar Johnson was even able to fool him. So this is why we have to keep covering this stuff, even though I don't want to, because there are new people who do not know about this. There are new people every day. Right now, this is 63,000 people who have watched this video who have no idea about the fact that Umar Johnson has been trying to start this school for 10 years. They have no idea that this man has collected over $750,000 in GoFundMe. Lord knows how much he's received in CashApp. And Curtis Schoon doesn't even know this, because I posed a question to Curtis Schoon. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's the LGBTQ community attacking Umar. No, it's not. And see, Umar Johnson is good at deflecting and talking about this has nothing to do with white supremacy. This has nothing to do with haters. This has nothing to do with being jealous. This has to do with being accountable. When you take money from someone, you are supposed to do what you say you are going to do with the money. And if you don't do what you say you're going to do with the money, give the money back and move out the way. But what Umar is doing is holding you hostage. Now, I want to play this clip for you because this clip is very telling as to what this has to do with being accountable. Give me 1 second. When you take money, this has everything to do with what Umar Johnson actually thinks about you as a people. And I want to play this for you so you can hear how he really views you. And he feels like he doesn't even owe you an explanation. Listen to this.
What if you go with that money? Oh, man. But they don't ask that about when they pay the tithes to the
No, they don't. No, they don't.
They don't say nothing about their passing right now on the big fat
Never. They never ask them rappers. They don't go to the rappers and say, what you do with all the money we do with our ticket sales. I ain't never seen them down at the school board meeting asking the school district of Philadelphia, what you doing with my tax dollars? But soon a black man say he wants to raise money and do something positive. Now we need a business plan. We need a curriculum. Negro ain't again. We got a GED. Talk about he need to review my business plan. Get the hell out of here.
So, did you hear what he just said? I'm going to play it for you one more time because when we get into the tax information, this is extremely important. Listen to what he said.
Don't go to the rappers and say, what you do with all the money we do with our ticket sales. I ain't never seen them down at the school board meeting asking the school district of Philadelphia, what you doing with my tax dollars? But soon a black man say he wants to raise money and do something positive. Now we need a business plan. We need a curriculum. Negro ain't again. We got a GED. Talk about he need to review my business plan. Get the hell out of here.
So, he feels you're not even qualified to ask him where the money's at. No business operates that way. No person who's operating from a good, upright, moral standing is going to say to you that you're going to give me money and I don't owe you an explanation. See, this goes back to the last video that I did where I broke down Give me 1 second. This goes back to the last video where I broke down, this is how a professional would do things. He would come to the community and he would have a budget breakdown, line by line, how much it would cost for the classroom teachers, how much it would cost for special education teachers, counselors, principal administrative, nurse, clerical, custodial, line by line. This is how professionals handle things. What Umar is doing is scheming people. No one has seen a breakdown like this yet from Umar Johnson. Yet you have people on here keep saying, give him a chance. Give him a chance. You do not give a person a chance. A professional comes to you with a plan. With a plan. That's how professionals operate. With a plan. And I'm going to put this budget in the chat for you because this, I covered in my previous video, but this is the previous school that was at that location. And this is how much this is the actual breakdown of how much it would cost to operate this school based upon the previous school. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. This right here is this is one of the actual tax bills that Umar Johnson owes. I want you to look at the address at first though. It says Douglas Frederick and Garvey Marcus, RBG International Leadership Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. So you see this address, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. If you go over here, this is Umar Johnson's P.O. Box. We can see it right here, FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. Right? So we understand that this is actual Umar Johnson's same address that he's using to basically receive cash donations. Now, what you can do is you can actually come and look up the parcel number, the actual location of the school that's attached to the building. And this is the type of research that everyone should be doing. And I'm going to give you that parcel number now so you can go and do your own due diligence. Let me copy the parcel number and put this in the chat so we can see that this is actual a government website. This is not something Photoshop or made up. Copy, paste that in here. So that's the website and that's the parcel number. When you type in the parcel number and you click search, right here, you can see Douglas Frederick and Garvey Marcus, Wilmington, 611 East 17th Street. And you click on details. Now, as you can see, let's zoom in so we make this a little bit bigger for you. Again, owner, Douglas Frederick and Garvey Marcus, RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc., P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. Now we come down here, as you can see right here, 2019A. The principal due is $2,589.55. The penalty due is $155.38. The principal due is $25,881.14. The penalty due is $1,294.05. School balance due right down here is $27,175.19. Understand, it gets better. Why is this important? Why are we covering the tax issues? Because as Pound Facts stated, he purchased the school based upon public records, and I don't believe this, but based upon public records, he purchased the school for $400,000. So let's factor in closing costs and say that's another 50 to 100 grand. Based upon what he's received from GoFundMe, we know that he's received $750,000 just from GoFundMe. So if the man was serious about opening up the school, why would he not pay his bills? No serious man who is serious about opening up the school, who has the actual money, would not pay his tax bills. Now, as you're going to see, there's more tax bills than just this bill. So now you got to really think about, what is this man's intentions? He wants to hold you hostage. So now he's holding on to money. You don't know how much money he's received in total because we're only talking about GoFundMe right now. What about CashApp? What about PayPal? What about people sending money orders to the P.O. Box? All of these things matter. All of these things matter. Because if he was serious about opening up a school, the first thing he would have did was take care of the utilities and the taxes. No professional operates this way. No professional operates this way. And this is the problem. And this is why I said before, I'm not trying to start no beef with Sinetta or Red Pill or Blue Pill or Herman Smalls or Rizza Islam. But you can't say that, you can't claim to love black people and allow this to keep going on and don't speak about this. You cannot claim to love black people and allow this to keep happening. Here's the other bill right here. This is the same one. Yep. So let's go back. And now let's put in the other building. This is the other building that he owns. Click search. And as you can see, let's click details. Again, so you can see that I'm not lying. P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. All you have to do is add 8 to the first number. I'm going to give you that again. Let me put this in the chat for you guys so you can go and do your own due diligence, because this is what people are supposed to be doing if you claim to care about the community. This is the other building's parcel number. Now you come down here and look at this. 2019 A, principal due is $5,532.88. The penalty due because he's late is $331.97. The principal due is $55,298.19. The penalty due is $2,764.90. Now understand, I calculated the total at $168,563.80. But because now we're in a new month now, the actual fees and penalties and the interest went up. So he actually owes more money than that. Now again, how is it that someone like Pound Facts or someone like myself can go and do this type of due diligence? But again, you have people like Red Pill and Blue Pill who claim to have all of this metaphysical knowledge from the fifth dimension, and they can break down the chakra, and they claim to be gods from ancient Kemet. But yet they're not a strong enough God to go to a goddamn website, pull this information up and put in a parcel number. See, you gotta really start asking yourself, how intelligent and bright are these people? Or are these people in on what's going on? Because you can't tell me you a god. You from ancient Kemet. You a red, black, and green hotep that can break down and decipher the Medu Neter. But you can't pull up a simple government website, put in a parcel number, and look and see this man owes over $170,000 in taxes and utility bills. There's no way you can tell me that you're that intelligent and that bright and you got all this metaphysical knowledge from the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? I shame my brother and sister, but you ain't smart enough to see what the hell is going on here. That doesn't make any sense to me. This in total is $58,000 in taxes. You can't you can't talk to me about the ancestors and all of this crazy nonsense when you have a man in your community that's doing this to you. And this is why you have to hold these people accountable and ask them, what is the purpose of talking about white supremacy and racism if you're going to allow a black man to do the same thing, if not worse? That is treason on your people to allow a man to come into your community and do this to you. And then I see grown-ass men having live streams talking about how they support Umar and they're going to keep supporting them. You are being pimped. And you're being used. And you're weak. How can you say you're an alpha male and you allowing this man to do that to you? Umar Johnson has taken thousands of dollars from people. And you still got these fools out here supporting him. Yet someone like myself, you know how many videos I have of people who make videos that people make about me and they call me a scammer because I got a $10 donation or someone gave me a $20 donation. Yet this man, we know that he has money left over just from the GoFundMe, hasn't even decided to pay any of the tax bills, and we're about to get to the utilities in a second. And what I want to do, because see, I want to highlight to you why this is problematic. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Because remember, back on February 9th, 2019, Umar Johnson, he made the announcement about the school. I want you to hear what he said about the announcement and what he said about the utilities, because this is extremely important.
That he had acquired the building, the FDMG buildings. Let's listen to what he has to say here.
so you can watch the 25-minute video. It is a tour of the inside of the school. You don't get to see as much of it as I would have liked you to, because the lighting is not on in the school. We have to get that turned on. I have to go to the electric and gas company on Monday.
Did you guys catch that? What did he say at the end?
Now, this is Lyndon Honor talking about this. This was on February 9th, 2019. He said on Monday he was going to go and turn on the electricity. Now, I'm about to show you the man has not paid not one utility bill yet. Now, think about this. How can you remember the goal was first you have to acquire the property, it's acquisition, then it's restoration, then it's operations, right? Well, how can you restore a school if you don't even have electricity? Excuse me. Thank you for the donation, Stealth Mode. Think about this. The man acquired the building on February 9th, 2019, and he has not paid one single bill. So how committed is he to actually opening up the school? See, we have to stop playing games. As I said before, I don't got time to go for the back and forth, the slander, the he said, she said. I'm coming to you directly with the facts, and I'm asking you some tangible, serious questions. Why is it that people that have bigger platforms than my platform, why are they not posing these questions to Umar? Now, let's play devil's advocate, because I know what some of you Hotep, Back to Africa, Red, Black, and Green, B1, pro-blacks are going to say. Well, how do we know that Umar Johnson didn't pay the taxes and it just didn't update the records yet? You shouldn't even be in this situation in the first place. We know that Umar's having tax issues because he's put out a video recently asking for money about helping him pay the donations to help him pay the back taxes. The upcoming taxes and the utility bills. So we know this. We have to stop playing stupid at this point. You cannot claim to be a god from ancient Kemet that can decipher the Medu Neter, but you cannot pull up a website like this and go and do your due diligence. We know for a fact that these address line up because it says owner address, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware 19809. And if we go to his Instagram, he just put this picture up 3 days ago. Thank you for the donation. This is ridiculous. And it's embarrassing. Because where are the men in the community saying enough is enough? Either give people back the money or stop collecting money. But it gets better. Because now, let's go over here. And I want you to track what I just said to you. Remember, this right here, this is $58,063.09. Right? That's that one tax bill. Now let's go to the other tax bill. Because I want y'all to keep track of what I'm saying here. This is extremely important. This is the other tax bill for this parcel number. This tax bill is $27,175.19. Now you go and you do the math. Now you go and you do the due diligence. Now let's go over here. I'm gonna put this website in the description below. The chat keeps a description in the chat. Copy. Let's come over here and paste this in the chat so that you can see. Paste. Now, if you come over here and you click on pay my bill and you come over to permit, let's look at the real estate. These are the county taxes as well. Let's make sure we put the name in correctly. Just give me 1 second. This one is going to be Douglas Frederick, and we're going to go Garvey, right? And we click search. As you can see right here, let's zoom in so you can get a better view. So you can see 611 East 17th Street, Douglas Frederick and Garvey. Parcel number 260-294-0027. Tax year 2019. Thank you for the donation, Frank Littlejohn. Regular original real estate. And we can view the bill. Click on view bill. And as we can see, the total amount due is $19,056.24. And the penalties on this is $1,905.62. This is a separate tax bill. Separate. On top of the 58 I just talked about. On top of the 27 I just spoke about. And the interest is $571.69 for a grand total of $21,533.55. You cannot tell me that this man has intentions on opening up the school when he has these type of tax bills looming over his head. This is ridiculous. And it's embarrassing that you are allowing this type of stuff to continue to keep going on in your community over and over again. And that this man can go across the country and not be held accountable. And every time he goes on these interviews, you don't see not one person asking him these important, tangible questions. Why do you have these problems? Why do you have child support problems? Why do you have tax liens? Why is it that the school is in the condition that it's in? Why did you not pay any of the utilities yet? Why are you not letting the people know how much money you actually... Those are the receipts. Those are invoices. Okay. I'm not even going to entertain what you're saying. Right? Those are invoices. No, these are the actual tax bills that he owes. You know why we know that these are the tax bills that he owes? Because he came on a video on Instagram and said that the taxes are coming up and he needs money to pay the taxes. So we know that. So to even say that there are invoices, these are the bills that he owes. It says pay my bill, right? Pay my bill. You can click on it. It says pay my bill. These are the tax bills that he has. This is for the other building. Parcel ID number 260-294-0028, 2019. Same address. Same owner. This is a separate tax bill. Look at this amount. Paid by 8/29/2019. Oh, okay, Black Outcast Media Broadcasting. Just making sure we're good. Right? $40,715.96 is what's owed. The penalties, $4,071.60. The interest, $1,221.48. For a grand total of $46,009.04. I'm not making this is pay my bill. You can actually click on this and pay the bill. You have these taxes over here for $27,000, another one for $58,000. You have these taxes over here for $46,000. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is embarrassing. And it's disgusting that you have men having live streams trying to support Umar. You cannot support this. This has nothing to do with his personal life. This has nothing to do with whatever happened, whatever you may think about him and substances. This is everything to do about failing to plan, not having a plan, or intentionally doing this because you do not want to be held accountable. Because we know this for a fact. That the public records say that the school was acquired for $450,000, and I don't even believe that. But let's go with the public record. That means if you factored in closing costs, that's another $50,000. That means that the man has $250,000 left over. This is ridiculous. That means he has money left over. So there's no reason why he should not be trying to pay these bills. Okay, Greg Lancaster. No one's not saying that the school building is not real. What we're saying is that the lack of transparency, and thank you for the donation, the lack of transparency is causing people like myself and people like Make a Change and people like Anto Afro Sangali and Lyndon Otter, we shouldn't even have to pose these questions. Because let me show you, I would not even be making these videos if Umar Johnson simply did something this simple. Put a budget together. How much is it going to cost for the classroom teachers, counselors, principal administrators, nurse, clerical, custodial, paraprofessionals, cafeteria staff, extracurricular, supplies, textbooks, curriculum, assessments. See this budget? See the breakdown? I would not even be posing these questions if he simply did this. Because now we would have a detailed breakdown of how much everything costs. We would have a roadmap. Okay, this year we're focusing on this. There's no website. There's no board of directors. You do not know how much money Umar Johnson has received in total. No one knows. We know it's over $1 million. This is not how things are supposed to be done. And as I said before, when we have a brother like Q Butter, who's actually out here doing what he said he's going to do for the community and giving back to people and working with kids. We know this. And as I said before, when you ask Umar Johnson these questions, listen to what he says.
Never. They never ask them rappers. They don't go to the rappers and say, what you do with all the money we do with our ticket sales. I ain't never seen them down at the school board meeting asking the school district of Philadelphia, what you doing with my tax dollars. But soon a black man say he wants to raise money and do something positive. Now we need a business plan. We need a curriculum. Negro ain't give me got a GED. Talk about he need to review my business plan. Get the hell out of here.
Did you hear what? So when you ask a question, well, where's the money? What is the money being spent on? Why are you so far behind on the taxes? Did you try to pay any of the taxes? And the constant deflection is, well, if you didn't donate to the school, why are you speaking? Because there are new people who come onto the internet every day. As I said before, Umar Johnson is very crafty. He went on Scoom TV and he did this interview and he had 63,000 views. I guarantee you a majority of these people don't know about this stuff. He's about to go into the Breakfast Club. I guarantee you a majority of the people in the Breakfast Club, I guarantee you Charlemagne doesn't know this, which is why you need to be tagging him and sending him this video, which is why you need to be contacting iHeartMedia, because you don't understand. We know the racial wealth gap. We know the data and the statistics based upon black people not really having wealth. So to allow this man to come into your community and he's going after vulnerable people, he's not going after people like myself, because I can see through this immediately. He's going after people who can't afford to give up $500 or $1,000, and he's taking them. And this is sad, but it gets better because now we're going to get to the utilities portion of this. Let's enter in the owner name. Give me 1 second so I can make sure I enter it in right. It's Frederick, Douglas, and Marcus Garvey. Give me 1 second. Where's the button? And Marcus Garvey. All right. Now, as we can see, these are the parcel numbers. This is the address. This is who's in control of it. We click on Manage Bills. Total amount due, $1,593.16. And that's because of the water bill and the fact that the school is connected to the sewer system. So you still have to take care of those bills. Look at this. 311. Follow me here. 311. Remember, he put out that video on February 9th talking about he was going to turn on the utilities. Well, look, every single month, balance due, 230, 227, 224, 221, 222, 229, 229, and he's not paying the bills. He's not paying any of the bills. So he's not paying taxes. He's not taking care of the water and the sewage bill. He's not renovating the property, because we're going to get to that in a second. So one has to pose the question. If your intentions are to open up the school, if that's truly your intentions, why is there so much confusion? Why is there a lack of transparency? Why are you not presenting this information? Why do I have to sit here on a Friday night and have to go out here and do this type of work? And there's 314 of you watching this video right now. Please like this video, share this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. We need to get this content out there. And you can click on bill details if you don't believe me. Hold on, let's go back. Come on. Why is it taking so long? All right. Guess we got to do it again. Let's put the information in again. Website's not loaded for some reason now. King Big Papa. So we'll come back to it. The website's not loading for some reason. I was having problems with this website earlier. Let's click refresh. Permit. There we go. Okay. So let's look at the utilities again. Let's put the information in again. It's Frederick Douglas and Marcus Garvey. Make sure I put it in right. Let's search it again. We encountered problems. So I guess the website's having issues. You can go back and try it again. It's saying that the website's having issues, but I just showed it to you. So we know for a fact he's not paying the utilities at all. And we know for a fact he's not paying the taxes. And I'll put these links in the chat so you can go and look it up. You would need professional cleaners to clean that building, not a few parents cleaning in the dark. Please stop. Just shared the video. Thank you, Fred Jenkins. And Tracy Garrison, you made such an important point, but I want to get to something else. Because see, Lynn and Anna highlighted this as well. And I want to show you this. Because this type of stuff is important because it highlights how inept this man is. It highlights that the man doesn't have a plan. And it really goes to show you that we as a community, we don't really know how to do research. We don't really know what it's like to actually, hold people's feet to the fire. So give me 1 second. Pull this up so you can see this. This is Umar Johnson on the roof. This is his first time ever going on the roof of the building. Mind you, this is 8/12/2019. This is in August. So think about this. This man purchased a school and never seen the condition of the roof. This just reeks across the board of a person who just he's incompetent.
I'm sorry, here we go. So
that's why we saw the wood ceiling. Right. So it's going through the wood.
Right, okay, so that's... See all that? That's gonna be tearing up over there, so they're in that room over there. So all you gotta do is come up here and mark a couple spots.
Right.
Then come back with the stuff to do.
Okay, they're talking about holes inside of the roof.
That'll work.
No, actually, let me go back just a little bit further, if y'all don't mind. Check this out.
No, see, you gotta be separate because the chicken and the fish, and then whatever else.
What except the grease?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Covering it under this vinyl?
That's wood under this,
That's why we saw the wood ceiling.
right?
So it's going through the wood.
Right, okay, so that's... See all that? That's gonna be tearing up over there, so they're in that room over there. So all you gotta do is come up here and mark a couple spots.
Right.
Then come back with the stuff to do.
That'll work. We on top of the FDMG roof right now. I've never been up here.
Okay, stop.
Did you hear what he just said? He's never been up there before. So now you got to really ask yourself this question. This man acquired a piece of property and he never really did a full tour of the property. Play it for you again so you can hear him say this. This is important stuff.
We on top of the FDMG roof right now. I've never been up here.
Okay, stop.
Now, again, this is Lennon Honor's video. You can definitely go and check Lennon Honor out. He does a terrific job of covering Umar Johnson. And this is a scam at this point. There's no getting around it at this point. This man is defrauding people and he's scamming people. I should not have to, me and people like Make a Change should not have to be out here doing this type of stuff. This is not how professionals operate. And again, I want you to go calculate this for yourself. Calculate the $27,175 in taxes. Go put these parcel numbers in and go and you do this type of research. Because you know you're going to have people come on and say, oh, you're just hating on Umar. You're jealous. How am I hating on a man that owes $58,063.09 in back taxes? And as a man, there's no way that you should be defending this. And if you are a man that has a platform and you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you should be calling this out. Period. He should not be able to do any more lectures. He should not be able to collect any more money from anyone, period. End the discussion. After this, it should be over. This is his P.O. Box. We can pull it up. We can see it right here on his Instagram. FDMG Academy P.O. Box 9634. We know that. Since he's had this school, he's never did a breakdown like this. This is how you're supposed to do things. Period. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's a private school, we don't have to do that. When you're taking money from people, understand that you're not just giving him money for the sake of giving him money. Like when you see someone donate to me, they're donating to me because I spent my time to put this presentation together. I went out and did research and put things together. So you're paying me because you appreciate the work that I'm doing. When you give Umar Johnson money, you are giving him money with the intentions of this is an investment to start a school, not get an abandoned building and then hold the people hostage. Because that's what he's doing. Essentially what he's saying is that you're going to give me money and basically, listen, if I don't get enough money to renovate the school, we lose it. If I don't get enough money to pay the taxes, we lose it. That's unethical. That's a man with no plan. Or that's a man that's intentionally doing that. And I want to play one more clip for you because it highlights a lot of the things that I'm talking about right now. Go to the 27-minute mark of this video. 27:58.
We're in restoration phase.
School, but the school has to be renovated. So there's 3 stages in this process. There's acquisition, there's restoration, there's operations. There is acquisition, there's restoration, there's operations. There is acquisition, okay? There is restoration, and there is operation. We have acquired the building. We have succeeded in our first goal. It took us 4.5 years, but everything is in divine timing, brothers and sisters. We have acquired the school. So keep on donating, brothers and sisters. This is our first goal. It took us 4.5 years, but everything is in divine timing, brothers and sisters. We have acquired the school. So keep on donating, brothers.
So, did you hear what he just said? Took us 4.5 years, but we finally acquired the building. So what's going to take you another 4.5 years to renovate the school? Then it's going to take you another 4.5 years to actually get people. Does that make any sense to you? Does that make any sense? That a man is acquiring money. He's not telling you how much money he's received. He's not paying any of the utility bills. He's not paying any of the taxes. No transparency. You don't know what's going on. That's not how things are supposed to go. And to be silent about this means you condone it. If you are silent about what Umar Johnson is doing, you are just as guilty as him because you are condoning it. You should be using your platform. If you claim to be a righteous person, a person who cares about black people, there's no way you can allow this to keep going on. It's just no way. As I said before, Q Butter is accomplishing more with less. And this is what's so frustrating is that because of Christianity and because we was indoctrinated through slavery, I think that we are very responsive to people who can articulate themselves well. So when a person comes and he can put together words and he knows how to press on a lot of the fears and anxiety of black people. A lot of people have left church thinking that they've become woke, but they really just turned in their Sunday service for an Umar Johnson service. And it makes us very susceptible to people who can articulate themselves well, but there's no substance to what Umar Johnson is saying. There's no substance at all. And for those of us who are intelligent, we can see through this. And I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again. You have these brothers in the community who claim that they can decipher ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics and, their ancestors, and they can tap into their ancestrals, and they can talk about their chakras and their pineal glands and their gods, and they can go and tap into other dimensions. But they can't tap into a goddamn website and pull up a parcel number and pull up the tax records. They can't do that. They have all of these names, 19 keys and Rizza Islam and all this stuff, right? They can break down, how Ariel was black and the first cowboys was black, and they can talk about how the slave trade never happened. You got the dang all of these people who claim to be intelligent. Yet I'm a coon, I'm a Sambo, and I'm an agent, but I can simply go to a website and put in a parcel number. You have to ask yourself a really serious question as to, are these people really that intelligent? Because they're telling you that, they're gods. They built ancient Kemet. And we need to go back to Africa. And we got to fight white supremacy. But yet they can't pull up a goddamn website and put in a parcel number and look at this. This is asinine. This is sick. Yet I get called a coon, I get called an agent, I get called a Sambo, and yet these people get called, these are alpha males. How are you an alpha male allowing a man to pimp you? How are you an alpha male and you allowing a man to pimp you to the tune of millions of dollars? No, Umar could have received 3 million, 5 million. None of us knows. None of us know. And you know why the Breakfast Club will continue to bring Umar Johnson on? Because they know that you dump. I was about to curse. I was about to get triggered. Let me stop. They know that a lot of dumb black people are going to still tune in and watch it. They know that even after Umar Johnson has did this to black people, they know that people are still going to tune in and watch. Just like they did over here with Curtis Schoon. 63,000 people watch this interview because they don't care. Because a lot of these people are morally bankrupt. And I don't care nothing about going back to Africa. I don't care about how much knowledge you have about the black woman being God. I don't care about none of that. If you are not operating from a good moral standard, I don't give a damn about nothing that you're saying. Because everything that you're saying to me is null and void. It doesn't count. You cannot allow a man to do this to people and not speak out. That's the least you can do, is speak out. That's the least. But you know why? People know that people are still going to tune in. They know people are still going to tune in and they're still going to watch because he's going to break down white supremacy. And he's going to talk to you about racist police and interracial dating and moist men. Because we like to hear rhetoric instead of actual real solutions. So now, a lot of you love to all the time say to me, well, what's the solution? What's the solution? You could go the Q Butter approach. Although I don't really agree with his ideology and the things that he believes in, but I respect what he's doing as a man because he's being accountable. At least he's trying to do something. Let me show you a website. This website's called Khan Academy. If you have a kid right now, because people, well, what's the solution? What's the solution? Here's the solution. We're living in the 21st century. Technology is dominating the world. If you have a young kid right now, you need to be trying to put your kid into something that is STEM-based. Science, technology, engineering, or mathematics-based. Take your kid to this website. This is a free website. And let them go sit down and learn about physics for free. And they can learn about computer engineering, computer science. You don't need to go to some RBG school. You need to learn skills that actually count today. Things that actually you can apply in your life today. You can't apply the metal nature to today and my art laws and all that foolishness today. You need skills. You need technical skills to compete in the 21st century. You don't need rhetoric. You don't need to be sitting here talking about Ashe, my brothers and sisters. Let's break down our chakras and decalcify our pineal glands. Get you some real skills that can actually make you some money. It's free to use a website like Khan Academy and learn about stuff. Teach your kids things that actually matter in life and not about whether the Hebrews can debate better than the Moors. Teach your kids something that they can actually apply in real life. Here's another website, Code Academy. Go and learn how to code. You can code anonymously. They don't have to even know you're black. There are websites that if you know how to code and you can work on projects, it's like a site like Fiverr. Go and learn some things that actually matter in real life. Not some fantastical, magical school that's going to liberate your boys and they're going to be doing military science and they're going to be riding ponies and they're going to be descendants of Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey. Teach your kids something that matters, man. And this is why I made this channel. Because see, I know most of you Hotep, Back to Africa, Red, Black, and Green, B1, pro-black simps, you and I are never going to coexist. I know that. I'm not here to try to reach out to you. I'm not here to try. I'm here to reach the young black mind. I'm here to reach that young man because guess what? I was once 19, 20 years old. And I was following behind fools like Alex Jones and David Icke and believing in reptilian shape-shifting aliens. And I was spending thousands of dollars on buying books and getting prepared for 2012 when the Mayan calendar was going to end. And guess what happened? 2012 came and went. And guess what? The world did not end. The world did not end. And guess what's going to happen? Next year, the world's still going to be here. And you're still going to have to be able to pay your bills and take care of your family. So you can sit around here and you can follow these end of the world metaphysical fools, or you can start saying to yourself, I want to get skills that actually matter. Because that $500 that you gave to Umar Johnson, you could have paid for a Python course. You could have paid for a C++ course. You could have paid for a JavaScript course. You could have took a Udemy course and learned something. And learned something that actually mattered. Instead of sitting around listening to faceless people like Jason Black rant and rave about white supremacy. When I walk out this house, I'm not worried about no goddamn white supremacy. I'm worried about how can I be better for me and my family. And that's what you need to be worried about. This person right here says STEM does not equal good job if you are black. If you believe that, God bless you. Because right now, I know people who are recruiters right now who are looking for talented black people and they can't find them. There's not enough. So you could believe that if you want to. And also, when you have a STEM ability, you don't even need a job because you can provide your own. I just said to you, there's sites like Fiverr where people will pay you to build a website or they don't know what color you look like. They don't know what color you look like. So to say that STEM doesn't equal good, you can work from home. I know because I used to do it. You can build websites from home. They don't even need to know what you look like. So stop that. We have to get out of that mindset. There's opportunity out here. There's opportunity out here, man. So again, at this point, as I said before, either Umar Johnson's incompetent, he's inept, he has no plan, or he never intended on opening up a school in the first place. One of the two. There's no if in betweens about this. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about this. Period. I don't want to hear about white supremacy. I don't want to hear about black people not supported. I don't want to hear nothing about this. I don't want to hear anything more about oh, black people, Umar failed black people because Umar Johnson was not transparent and he was not honest with black people. And people lost faith in him. Period. And it's time for people, like I said before, I have no beef with Sarnetta. I have no beef with Red Pill. I have no beef with Blue Pill. I don't know these people. I have no beef with Herman Smalls. I have no beef with Rizza Islam. But what I'm saying is that you can't claim to love black people and allow this to go on in your community. There's no way. And he's in your field where he says that he's pro-black. Thank you for the donation, Lindell Moore. We just have to disagree. There's no way you can allow this to go on in your community. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And what Umar Johnson is doing is disgusting, it's embarrassing, and it's not fair. Now I want you to go behind me and I want you to fact check what I said. I'm going to put the links to all of these websites in the description for you. I mean, not in the description, I keep saying the description, in the chat for you. Right here. And you go and you do the research. You go and put these parcel numbers in and you go do the research. This is what intelligent black people is supposed to be doing. You go and do the due diligence. You go look at this information. And you tell me if I'm attacking Umar Johnson or lying on Umar Johnson. So we're coming up on 1 hour and 1 minute. I'm going to leave the live stream right there where it's at. For those of you, go back and do the due diligence. I prove to you without a shadow of a doubt that Umar Johnson, as of today, based upon Delaware government websites, is behind in taxes and utility bills to the tune of $168,563.80. Period. I proved that to you. There's no debating it anymore. There's no guessing it. Now, if you still want to follow and support that, you're doing so to the detriment of people who look just like you, who can't afford to. But see, I've said this before. Black society, in my opinion, the black community as a collective is done. Because there's too much ignorance in our community. And there's too many people who lack the moral backbone to stand up for what's right. There's too many people who will not stand up for what's right. And that's the bottom line. So, with that being said, please like this video, share this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you want to support my content, because many of you ask me, how can you support me? My Cash App is below. My PayPal is below. Also, I have other videos where I talk about cryptocurrency, how to buy Bitcoin, how to store your Bitcoin. If you're into other things, I show you how to fix your credit. I have a whole host of different videos. Find what works for you. There is not a one-size-fits-all solution for black society. Find what works for you. But what you cannot do is sit around and allow people to do this to your community. Period. End of discussion. And with that being said, guys, have a blessed and beautiful night. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on my next live stream.